Shaquille Majuri here for MMA Mania with the man Drakkar Klose. UFC 241 on Saturday. How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. I'm just ready to, get this second fight camp and fight card over with.
We'll get to that. I got to ask, we're doing the mic check. Are you bound? Is it inevitable that you are going to be the next MMA hip-hop crossover?
Man, I think I'd be better than Woodley. He's terrible, man.
To Woodley's credit, he just put out a music video. I think it's a lot better than the first two songs he's released.
Yeah, I watched that video. His part was all right, but the other dude that rapped on it, he's pretty nice.
Yeah. Have you listened to some of the other MMA fighters who've gone to rap? I know Andre Feely did something. Kajan Johnson did something. Have you heard any of these other ones?
No. It must not have been too good if I haven't heard it.
You know what? Next time we do this, I'll send them to you and we can do a little ranking.
Because, if I would love to be a rapper. You know what I mean? That would be my next dream job.
Okay. You know what? Someone I will say, Brian Kelleher does a lot of little free verses on Twitter. Really good compared to some of the guys in MMA. Really good.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned your second fight camp. Beneil Dariush obviously out with two broken toes and a sprained foot, I think it was. You were not too thrilled when you posted about it online. Why were you so mad about Beneil calling this fight off?
Toes? Toes? Really? Man, I broke my hand before the fight, and I still went out there. You got 7 other limbs. Come on now. He just knew he was going to lose, so.
So you were not anticipating being matched up with him moving forward. That was probably one and done.
No, because, in my head, that's a victory. That's a victory for me. I've showed up with injuries and still fought. Hey, if you sign that contract, show up.
Now, you're going to this replacement fight. Obviously, a little bit of an issue because you had to get rebooked. Are you surprised you're not getting a bigger name? Because you're someone who, I think at least from the media side and the fan side, there's a lot of expectations that you're going to do really well in the UFC. Beneil Dariush, someone with more name value, has been around for a while, but you've got to get a big fight after this, right?
That's what I'm hoping, man. I already have someone in mind who I want to call out. Watching this and, learning, closed mouths don't get fed. If I go out there and speak it into, to let the fans know who I want to fight, it's eventually going to come.
I guess I'm not going to pry this out of you early, am I?
Let's just say I want to fight in the Madison Square Garden card, and it's an East Coast boy, and he's in the top 15. So
okay.
That's pretty easy.
All right, I'll do my research. How do you make that adjustment on the promo side? Because you have some fighters who are very resistant to sort of opening up and feeding into the entertainment side of this. You have other fighters who I think don't really know how they don't have their own public persona, and so they kind of go the Conor McGregor route. It comes off a bit cheesy. How hard is it for you to embrace this entertainment part of it, and how do you do so in an original way?
Man, this is the way I've always, always been. If people can tell fake. If you just go out there and be yourself, and don't change for when the cameras are on. You know what I mean? Hopefully, people like that. If not, still be you.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to hate me, but throw a WWE reference in here. I think some of the most successful characters are just amplified versions of themselves. It's them. They just crank it up a little bit.
Yeah. Like Kobe, that's straight WWE. Because I know people that know him, and they're like, oh, he's one of the nicest guys. But I guess that's what people. Either they love him or they hate him. You know what I mean? So they're gonna tune in to watch him either win or get beat up.
So they say he's a nice guy, but that can mean two things. Some people are just very cordial and respectful up front. Do you think Kobe's really, he said some racist stuff. Do you think he's really that insensitive deep down, or is he just completely putting on a character that's so removed from who he is?
I don't know. I don't know him. If I would have to meet him, talk to him. But I do think he's a nice guy. When he's around his people, you know what I mean. some people always have to put on an act, you know, and they're really not themselves, and you know, they're just not comfortable in their skin. So.
Super cliche, but you know it always gets a good headline. What's your prediction on the outcome of your fight Saturday?
In my heart, I really feel I'm gonna knock this dude out in the first round. You know, going through, you know, what I had to last fight camp, and then now it's just like I'm motivated, I'm hungry. I've always been motivated, hungry, but I just want to go out there and just, you know, put a stamp on this dude and just let the UFC know that, hey, I want a top 15 guy, and I'm not playing any games.
Drakkar, man, I want to thank you so much for the time. Best of luck, and hopefully we see you again before the year's end.
I appreciate it.